KSAT12 in Prensa Texas, teaming up to cover the historic inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris next week.
Joining us now is Roy Aguillon, Prensa's head digital journalist, who actually covered Barack Obama's inauguration back in 2009 as a McCollum High School student. Hey, good morning, Roy.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning. We understand the last time you covered an inauguration was in 2009 when you were in high school here in SA. Looking back as a student, how was your experience then?
Oh, my gosh. It was so crazy. You know, you don't know nothing. You don't know if you're supposed to be acting right or how or any of those things. So we just went wild. We had a good time. I was reading some of the blogs that we did from that time, from 2009, and it's just hilarious to walk down memory lane like that.
And Roy, you know, this inauguration, we understand now, is happening during a pandemic and with some security officials expecting protests or even riots. Tell us, what do you expect will be different when witnessing it this time around as a journalist?
Well, I don't know. I mean, one of the things, just as like a regular person, it will be interesting to see, how do you do an inauguration when you're not supposed to have an inauguration? And then also, I mean, during the Obama campaign, when I'm reading those old blogs, I remember it felt like a sardine can. Everybody was, you know, shoulder to shoulder. It took like an hour to move a mile if you were just trying to drive or walk or anything like that. And this time I'm imagining that it might look a little bit more like a ghost town. So I'm really excited to see what that looks like. And I would like to see, too, what does these security precautions look like? And just see, what does D.C. look like during this particular inauguration?
Yeah, I was at, I covered the Trump inauguration for KSAT 4 years ago, Roy, and the security, of course, was unprecedented. It's safe to say this year's is going to be the highest security inauguration we've seen in U.S. history. Let's talk a little bit more about what are you looking forward to in covering this year's inauguration?
Well, you know what? I mean, I think the big boys, the national stations, will be taking care of the news of the day. So my hope is to go in there and find the stories that maybe they couldn't get. So talking to people about, like, what is going to happen with these stimulus checks. Our congresspeople from here in San Antonio, we're working with a ghost hunting organization, and they are going to help us figure out some of the, like, haunted spots out there in D.C. and food. I want to try out some of the food out there in D.C.
And Roy, I understand, so you went to high school in San Antonio. I imagine you have family in San Antonio. And who knew that, you know, you went back when you were in high school and now you're going now with everything going on. Are you having any or hearing any concerns from your family members?
Oh, God, yes. My mom calls me 3 times a day and begs me not to go.
Aww.
I know. But, you know, I think we're going to be just fine. There's quite a bit of security out there. There's a lot of National Guard members deployed out there. And as I understand it, the feds have 20,000 more National Guard troops on standby just in case things get shaky. But we do have contingency plans. One of our first interviews will be with the former Assistant Director of the Secret Service. So he'll really get us educated on how to make sure if things go a little bit haywire, we know what to do next.
All right. Roy Aguillon with Prensa. You be safe out there, okay?
Thank you, Roy.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, be safe, and we look forward to your content on KSAT and KSAT.com.